It's Thursday. I'm Richard Matharoo. That means a brand new episode of Free Coaching Thursday. If you're a home business owner and you've got some questions burning in the back of your mind, who knows, maybe my audience asked me it this week. I'm going to give you the answer. Hopefully it can help you gain results in your business today. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, let's just dive straight into the questions, right? That's what you came here for. Number one, how do I get the most targeted visitors to my blog? Let me put it this way. Imagine if you were in a fishing competition and you could only catch a certain type of fish and the most fish caught wins. What would you do before you went to fish? Would you just find the first bit of water and just cast anything in there? You wouldn't, right? You would think, what bait does that fish bite at? Is that the correct terms? I don't fish. Where do these fish swim? Whereabouts? What body of water do I need to be in? What conditions are favourable? You would take into account those things before you started casting your rod in there, right? Now, if you get the right bait and the right location and you do it often enough, you're going to catch some fish, right? Has to happen. So the same applies when using content, be it a blog, a video, a podcast, social media posts, whatever it may be. Think about having a specific audience. Really hone in on the type of person you want to target and bring to your blog. And the way you can attract them is by having the right bait. See, if you know who you're aiming for, you can now deliver content that group will find interesting and valuable. So when you deliver a very specific message that benefits that group, they're more likely to say, I do want to know about that. I do want to go read that blog, right? It just makes sense. Also, consistency. Cast that rod over and over and over again. Get some trust in your name and your brand by being there consistently, right? So put plenty of content out there, at least 2-3 times a week minimum if you're creating content in your business. And then finally, you want to fish in the right waters. So make sure you are hanging out, i.e. putting yourself in front of and your content, the right kind of people by being in the right place. So you can go to Facebook groups, forums, that type of thing, and drop links if it's applicable in that situation. Don't just paste them everywhere. But also, here's another clever tactic. If you actually make connections with more of this target group of people, so you're getting more followers on Instagram and Twitter, more likes on Facebook, more friends on Facebook of this type of audience, well then now when you share that content, that blog anywhere, it's naturally going to gain more of that audience's eyes because that's where they're hanging out on your social profile. So there's some great ways you can take any piece of content and begin to get targeted visitors to that piece of content or blog. Let's look at the next one. I hope that helped you. What is the quickest way to spread the word of an awful business? I wouldn't waste your life on that. Like if someone is targeting and trying to scam somebody you know and love, sure, let them know. But trying to go out there and focus on the negative is going to be at the detriment to all you can be. Like time is a finite resource. The second this second is gone, it ain't never coming back. Okay, so it's a finite resource, it's very valuable. Why would you take your most valuable, non-replaceable resource and invest it into someone or something that you don't like or you don't agree with? What's the point in that? Where is the upside to you? There is no upside, right? There just isn't. So there's no point in doing that. I mean, we're conditioned to do that by the news, by social media. The negative always gets more attention, more. We can't wait to see somebody seemingly who is successful, who has something bad happen. I mean, it's just awful, that underlying mentality of what we're being fed. But try and break free of that. Focus on spreading positivity. Maybe reach out to that person individually who owns that company and say, hey, I don't agree with it. Make your point heard and then move on with your life. Try and do some good in the world. And hey, create a business that's better than that one, more ethical, and try and win that way. That's the best and the smart way to play the game. Let's look at the next one, okay? What have we got here? Is it a good idea to start a business because more people are starting the same business and they seem to attract customers? No. Because the reason why you're doing that is external and it needs to be internal. It's okay to have a desire to build a certain type of business and then see ideas and say, that works well, I'd like to use that. Okay, this makes sense. But the entire business model, just to get started with it because you see somebody else getting success, where's the passion? which is going to be needed when times get tough. Because when something is no longer a fad, it's no longer new, it's no longer in favor, a whole bunch of people will move on to the next thing. And you need to have something unique. You need to have passion and consistency to gain and stick around within that business game once that newness has worn off. So no, I wouldn't do that. Think about, here's a better way of choosing a business. Think about your ideal life that the business would create for you. Put yourself forward 1 year, 5 years from now. What would your life be like if your business did everything it could possibly be for you? And now start to think, what type of business could make that a reality? What could you do on a day-to-day basis that would allow you to maintain that lifestyle and yet you would still enjoy the way you were doing it? Would you see people? Would you not see people? Is it online? Is it offline? Is it sales? Is it not sales? I mean, think about those things and then choose the business model, because there's so many businesses you can succeed in if you do them the right way. Passion and consistency are required. They're non-negotiable. So neither should your loyalties be. Let's look at the next one. I've got some written down here. Here we go. What one small and simple change could you make today to fundamentally improve your life forever? It's a powerful question. Who asked me that? I can't see their name. That's a great question. So I would say start, for definite, hands down, think about your time as a resource. Okay, so often we allow time to happen to us. It's passing, right? Constantly. You can't slow it, you can't stop it, you can't change it. Maybe 1,000 years in the future, right? We'll get time travel or whatever. But right now, we can do nothing but be mastered by time. So what we need to do is take that resource and see it as a resource and invest it accordingly. Imagine how you would behave differently today if you saw time every second as like a piece of gold. Like there's a piece of gold. What are you going to do with it? You're just going to let it float by you? Or are you going to take it and you're going to put it somewhere? You're going to put it in an investment. You're going to change it for money. You're going to swap it. Like, would you go out somewhere and swap it for something? Hey, I got some gold here. Will you swap me for this? For knowledge? For, I don't know. What would you do with it? You've got this resource that you can invest and exchange for something else of equal or greater value. So what would you now do with your time differently? Tick, 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 tick. These nuggets of gold are just piling up in a dusty corner somewhere. Meanwhile, they're being stolen by the universe because you ain't investing them anywhere. So that would be one fundamental change that anybody can make. Like, understand time is the most precious resource you've got. And if you're being given this unlimited supply, and it isn't unlimited, but you're getting this constant supply, what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to invest it? Where are you going to sink it? Where are you going to put it to give you a return and give you the kind of life that you want to achieve? I think that would be good advice that I was given once that I'd want to share with you. How can you choose a network marketing business, the right kind of network marketing business for you? So this is for my network marketing friends. So you want to look at the people involved at the ownership level first and foremost. That's usually a great indication of where that business is heading. If they failed 5 times before, it's probably going to be the 6th. If they've lied, cheated, been dishonest, you don't want to be in that kind of business. You're looking for a track record of success in the network marketing industry. Even better if they've got expertise and results with a particular product as well. So if it's a travel product, or they've been in the travel industry, those things make a difference. Some owners who have a track record of success in that type of business model with that product, unless they do something stupid, they should be creating success again, right? Or creating new success if it's the first time they've done that combination. Also, take a look at the other people involved, like who are they attracting, what kind of leaders are they attracting, and look at their backgrounds. And then the basics, like, do you like the product? Do you believe in the compensation plan? Those things make a difference too. But there's loads of good products, there's loads of good leaders, there's loads of good compensation plans, but who's steering the ship? That would be my advice to you. Also, little quick kind of caveat here. A lot of businesses fail in their first year. So there's huge opportunity in the first year of a network marketing business, but along with that goes risk. So play how the game you want to play it. Are you happy to take the risk for the reward, or do you want something more longer and established? Some advice there for you on that. Why is MLM dead? Somebody sent this. This is something my assistant sent me. This is one of the question. Why is MLM dead, right? Someone must have sent that in. It's not. Whoever told you that probably had an ulterior motive. Like, MLM is dead, but if you want to join my affiliate marketing team, or MLM is dead, this isn't MLM, this is multi-level, I don't know, marketing. You know, you just change something. I've seen loads of people try and reinvent the wheel, dress it up as a different business model, just to try and make a sale or try and sponsor somebody, just go in with your eyes open if that's the case. Network marketing is far from dead. It's a fast growing, expansive industry. So if you are in that business model, like someone says it's dead, that's an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion. Just look at the size of the industry, the growth of the industry, and more importantly, like your economy is more important than any industry. When there was the housing crash, right, not so long ago, were there people that made a lot of money in housing at that time? Yes. Why? Because of the way they behaved and the trend they adopted. Are there people when a network marketing company goes up and down? Are there people that still continue to grow? Yes. Why? Because they're looking after their own personal economy. They're learning how to generate leads in any situation, sponsor people and make sales in any situation. They're not tethered to the network marketing company like, oh my goodness, what happens here? They know that even if the company dies, they won't, because they're building things the right way. And in fact, if you want to learn how to do that as a network marketer, you can go to richardmatharoo.com/YouTube so you can learn how to build a you-centric business. It's going to grow your MLM a lot quicker, but it's going to do it in a way that puts you in complete control and security. So MLM is not dead. That's a confusing comment. Sounds like someone's trying to do the old switch pitch on you there. That's enough questions for today. We've just gone past 11 minutes. I hope you got value. If you did, consider liking it, putting it in the hands of someone else that may get benefit by sharing it. As always, go create a day in the life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.